If you're a fan of the Duggar family, then by now you've probably heard the news that Joseph Duggar and Kendra Caldwell are married. Relationships evolve rapidly in the Duggars world. Tell teenagers they can't have sex until they're married and watch how fast they propose, which means the family's reality show, Counting On, is just now documenting the early days of Joseph and Kendra's relationship. And man, were those ever some awkward days for the lovebirds. Monday's episode of Counting On gave fans a look at Joe and Kendra's first date. Now, first dates are often nerve-wracking affairs, but in the Duggars' case they're doubly so. For one thing, the luckiest you can get is a good luck side hug. All other forms of physical contact were forbidden to Joseph and Kendra. On top of that, dating Duggars are required to employ the services of chaperones, who usually come from within the family. Yes, that means you go on a date with a dude, and he brings his younger brothers. Every single time. For their first date, Joseph and Kendra chose to go rollerblading, because apparently it's still 1992 in Tontitown. Wicked. It's a fun, wholesome activity, and blah, blah, blah. Besides, the decision to go rollerblading doesn't crack the top 100 on the list of things that are weird about this date. They were joined by 16-year-old James Duggar and 13-year-old Jackson Duggar. Explaining that he considers himself a professional chaperone, James filled his younger brother in on their duties. The responsibility of a chaperone is to make sure they don't do things they're not supposed to do, like, he began, before trailing off. It's then that Jackson chimes in, saying, I know two of them, no holding hands and no kissing. Thankfully, the list ended there. We don't think we could endure the awkwardness of a 13-year-old explaining that sexual intercourse is purely for procreation purposes. Obviously, it all worked out, and it's currently rumored that Joseph and Kendra are expecting their first child. But man, that was one awkward first date. Watch Counting On online for more from reality TV's most controversial reality show.